Welcome back, Mongo Fix. Well, we're only a couple months in, but just to note, these 3 extensions not quite long enough to get to the tranny bolts. So a lot of times on your trucks, the transmission bolts, you need a real long extension, and it would be nice if TEKTON made one long extension to get to those. You can see here that it's quite a bit different. She's a bit short. These are the TEKTON ball swivels, and they're real shallow wells. This is a Chevy transmission bolt. It's got a 13mm nut and then a 15mm bolt. Not enough room to get that. So you gotta use like a standard shallow to get that one. And then when you try to get the 15, there's no way the TEKTON one will get it. There's no way the shallow well, the standard shallow, will get it. A deep well is way too long, so Snap-on does make a nice little medium well. Gets it just great. So the TEKTONs are good, but them being super shallow, you don't quite have the reach for specifically the transmission bolts. Well, it doesn't matter who makes Torx bits, they all break. The Snap-on Blue Point or the TEKTON. Luckily, both lifetime warranted. Well, it has been 1 whole year, and these tools have been working really hard. If you don't remember, Mongo bought a bunch of TEKTON tools. Mongo put a link in the description down there of the first video. This 1 year later of these tools getting used at a salvage yard. And Mongo think a salvage yard is probably the worst case scenario for any sort of tool. In the hot climates, in the cold climates, everything. These tools have done a great job. This being the 19mm impact socket, 1/2-inch drive, it got the most abuse you could imagine because most all of your lug nuts are 19mm. So, as usual, it gets pounded on, pounded off. Mongo really likes this set because it had everything from an 8mm all the way up to a 38mm axle nut. And it was really nice, especially in the rust belt, because the bolt was supposed to be a 24mm. After the rust gets to it, it might be a 23mm. And not all sets will come with that one. Same with like a 21. A lot of 21s out there. Sets might not come with a 20. Well, after the rust gets to it, you might need a 20. This set held up just as good as Mongo's buddy's Snap-on set. So Mongo would say, if you want a good impact socket set, get yourself the TEKTON and save over $1,000. The only complaint Mongo's really got about this set is each socket has a laser engraved or laser etched and then a stamped number. And that's good because this is the 13mm. It got used a whole bunch to where the only number left is the stamped number. The laser etched number is completely gone. And you'll notice it kind of changed color. It's silver now. You know, there's the 14. Not sure what that means. Almost like the coating's just gone. It is still a perfectly good socket. It doesn't skip a beat. It's just a different color. And the laser etch mark is gone. Also, the tool tray held up just fine. These are the twist lock. There it locks. Mongo actually, the common ones, Mongo doesn't even use the twist lock on them because Mongo just grabs them so often, there's no reason to lock the socket. But like that one's locked because it doesn't get used. That's the 31. In fact, Mongo think he never used that 31mm. That's interesting too. For example, nope, that one's unlocked, so that 29 was used. This one has got grease in it, that was used. Mongo think that's the only socket that Mongo has not used. The 31. Other than that, Mongo has used every socket in that set. The chrome set didn't get near as much use, but it still held up just fine. Mongo's got no issues with it, no complaints. Same with the 12.3H shallows. They held up just fine. No issues. Don't get as used much. These impacts are what Mongo was really interested in because they got abused the most. Let's see, the pry bar. This is what the pry bar looks like after a year. She's been used heavily and abused heavily. And this is still the same original pry bar. No issues with it. So Mongo's real happy about the pry bars. The big tall pry bar came in real handy for those jobs that you just needed that extra leverage. The impact ball swivels, they worked out just fine. They don't get used as much. The 10 millimeter pretty often. The 13 millimeter, again, the etching's not really going away there. It's just a bunch of debris. But one thing to note, because of the design of these ball swivels, they get lots of play in them over time. So this is the 12 millimeter. It's nice and tight. That one's pretty loose. That one's really tight. There's the 15. Pretty loose. Mongo's not a big fan of the design because over time they get really loose. And this is only after a year. Mongo did have to replace the 1/2-inch drive ball swivel adapter. This is a new one, and it's pretty tight in there. This one was getting loose, and then after a while, it is now stuck in this position. It won't move. She's just jammed in there tight. Now, luckily, TEKTON has a lifetime warranty, so Mongo took a picture of this, sent it to their warranty thing, put a description of it, what was wrong, the part number, and they just said, oh yeah, new one's heading your way, and Mongo got this new one in no time. I think it was a couple days. So thankfully, TEKTON does have a lifetime warranty, and Mongo was able to get it replaced. But again, it's because of that design. It leads itself to getting worn out and then getting loose. And over time, it'll just seize like that one. Not as tough as the snap-on counterpart. It took all the abuse, no problem. This is still the original, hasn't broke yet. So Mongo happy about that. This little dead blow hammer is awesome. Indent or engraving of the size is starting to wear out, but that's the 36 ounce. That little hammer is small, compact, but it packs a good wallop. It took all the abuse. Mongo real happy with that. The screwdrivers, they're pretty basic. They took all the abuse. Kind of hard to screw up a screwdriver. These are still the originals. That doesn't look too bad at all. The Torx bits. Mongo loves having this Torx bit kit because, again, at the yard, it's a 1/2-inch drive. So Mongo just still uses primarily one tool, a 1/2-inch drive ratchet. But like any Torx, these bits break. Mongo broke a bunch of them. In fact, Mongo's got to replace this one. Again, TEKTON lifetime warranty, so Mongo just take a picture of this, enter the part number and the description on why it needs to be replaced, send it to the TEKTON warranty, and they'll send a new one out. Mongo has replaced quite a few of the 40, 45, and 50. To compare the snap-on ones, we've replaced quite a few 40 and 45s. No 50s. These do get broke a little bit more often than the snap-on ones. Just something to note. Could be the person using it. Maybe the snap-ons are just a little stronger. Don't know. Either way, these and the snap-ons, both, they break a lot. As mentioned in the first video, Mongo doesn't use a whole bunch of wrenches. However, after using these tools for a year, Mongo's going to buy a whole new set of TEKTON tools and, in essence, sell all of Mongo's old stuff because Mongo is so impressed with the TEKTON tools. Maybe Mongo will do another video after using wrenches. Also the ratchets. Mongo's going to get some TEKTON ratchets as well. It's been 1 year, and these tools have been holding up just awesome. Mongo loves them. Mongo's going to get some more of them. And if you want to save a bunch of money, get yourself some TEKTONs. Just maybe some different ball swivels. Well, if you like this video, be sure to like this video. If you like this video and other videos from Mongo Fix, be sure to subscribe. Mongo always working on all sorts of stuff. And when Mongo finds a good tool that Mongo likes, Mongo shares it with you, so that way you know if it's any good or not. Mongo, thank you.